It's an exciting time right now with AI. I'm going to explore with you guys the impact that AI is having on government operations and the urgency of adopting these technologies. AI is no longer the future, it's here and it's transforming industries, reshaping economies, and redefining how we approach public service. As government professionals, it's crucial we understand the opportunities AI presents, but also the challenges so we can harness its full potential. Throughout this presentation, we'll look at AI's capacity to augment human potential, its influence on economies, and ethical considerations we must keep in mind as we move forward in this new era, as well as some real examples that we have implemented within the procurement space. A little bit about ASI. ASI has been around for over 28 years, providing procurement support for government agencies. So we work to innovate, and helping governments buy better has been our mission in life. And as a result, we've built solutions both within the AI, artificial intelligence, and robotic process automation space, as well as our ASI education trainings to help procurement professionals. So we have modules that we've built to help you buy AI. And you'll see a clip of that later on in this presentation. With that, I'd like to play a little game with you all. All right. Did anyone watch the show Is It Cake? Anyone see? Okay, we got one hand here. So a few hands. So Is It Cake is premised on an item, for instance, a purse. There's 4 of them. You have to select which one is cake, and they all look so real. So what we're going to play together is it AI. Okay, so I'm inviting all of you all to play with me here. All right, here we have 2 pineapples. All right, we have pineapple A and pineapple B. Just show of hands for those that think pineapple A was generated by AI. Please raise your hands. Okay, all right, a lot of you. Pineapple B. All right. So the answer to that question was pineapple A. So good job for those who selected A. All right, this is 2 poems, okay? One was written by AI and one by a human, and I'll read them to you. The first one is The Dance of the Hula. Ancient tales come to life in the dance hula strife. Graceful hands weave the story of Hawaii's past its glory. The sway of hips, the rhythmic feet, a language without words but beat, ancestral wisdom passed down through the dance of hula ever true. A cultural treasure, a living art, hula captures the Hawaiian heart. In every step, a legacy, Hawaii's soul set free. So that's A. Dance of the Islands. Beneath the sun where waters gleam, Hawaii breathes a timeless dream, a sway of hips, a gentle grace, reflecting all of nature's face. Through hands that wave like winds so free, tales of the islands come to be. The flowers bloom in colors bright as dancers move in the morning light. Each step reveals the stories old of ocean's blue and sunset's gold, Hawaii's heart and hulu told. So, show of hands, who thinks A was generated by AI? All right, we got a few hands. All right. Who thinks B was generated by AI? Okay. So the answer to that is B. All right, we got a good group here. All right. Here's another opportunity. All right, this is 2 faces of 2 ladies here. They're Lady A and Lady B. Show of hands, who thinks Lady A was generated by AI? Okay, I got a lot of hands there. All right, who thinks Lady B was generated by AI? All right, less hands. The answer is actually Lady B. Yeah. So we lost a lot of you on that. The last one here. Anyone perfect so far? Get them all right? Oh, we got a few hands there. Okay, all right. So These are two descriptions of Hawaii, okay? Description 1. Hawaii is a place where vibrant landscapes and deep-rooted traditions create an unforgettable experience. The islands are known for their scenic beaches, towering mountains, and a rich biodiversity that feels almost otherworldly. The culture from hula to lei making weaves a narrative of unity with nature, reflecting respect for the land and ocean. Visitors to Hawaii often feel a strong connection to this cultural heritage as they explore the beauty and the spirit that defines this paradise. Description B. Hawaii's landscapes are a blend of lush rainforests, volcanic mountains, and serene beaches, offering visitors an experience of both adventure and tranquility. The island's natural beauty is complemented by rich cultural traditions that have been preserved over centuries. From the graceful art of hula dancing to the melodic sounds of the ukulele, for many, Hawaii is more than just a vacation destination. It's a place to reconnect with nature and find peace in its breathtaking scenery. So who thinks A was generated by AI? Okay, got a few hands here. Who thinks B was generated by AI? Right. The answer is actually A. So, anyone perfect? Anyone here perfect? You guys get socks from NASA. As you can see, these are examples of how AI is augmenting human potential in these few examples that you saw. AI is enhancing productivities in ways we never thought possible. Take healthcare as an example. AI is helping researchers and practitioners analyze vast data sets to identify patterns that were once hidden. This is speeding up the discovery of new treatments and even personalizing care. In public health, AI is predicting outbreaks, enabling faster responses, and ultimately saving lives. It's reshaping economies. AI is transforming labor markets. Some jobs will be automated, but AI also brings new opportunities. This isn't just about replacing human workers, it's about reskilling the workforce to meet the demands of future technologies. Lastly, when looking at this stuff, you have to look at the ethical concerns. So while the promise of AI is incredible, it also presents significant challenges. Bias in algorithms, the potential misuse of data, and questions of privacy are all issues that need to be addressed. Government agencies must ensure AI is developed ethically with robust guidelines to protect citizen rights. AI is the new electricity. So AI is often referred to as the new electricity in that it's a powerful analogy. Why? Because like electricity is a general purpose technology that touches nearly every aspect of life, it will have an equally transformative effect on society. Let's look back at how electricity changed the world. Before the 19th century, people lived without light or power. Innovators like Edison and Tesla brought electricity to the masses, transforming everything from home lighting to factories. Electricity made it possible for industries to operate 24/7, changed how we communicate, and revolutionized transportation. The effects were immense and far-reaching. Today, AI is having similar effects. Just as electricity became foundational to modern life, AI is the core technology enabling new innovation. AI systems are already helping industries become more efficient, automating complex tasks, and creating technologies that will define the future. Everything from smart homes to driverless cars to intelligent healthcare systems. So the pervasiveness of AI. AI is pervasive across many sectors, and the government is no exception. For example, healthcare agencies like the CDC are using AI to predict disease outbreak, while NIH is leveraging AI to speed up the discovery of treatments. AI's ability to sift through vast data sets allow the agencies to respond more quickly and accurately to public health crises, potentially saving thousands of lives. The cumulative effect of AI. As AI technologies evolve, their effects multiply. For disaster response, AI can analyze satellite imagery, social media feeds, and other data sets to provide real-time information. FEMA can use these insights, for instance, to allocate resources more effectively, potentially saving lives and minimizing damage. The more we integrate AI, the more capable it becomes, creating a compounding effect that continuously enhances performance. AI is also driving economic growth. Agencies like the EPA are using AI to monitor environmental challenges, detect pollution, and even predict natural disasters. Over time, these AI-driven insights will lead to more efficient resource management, reduce disaster recovery costs, and foster innovation in environmental protection. So there are the geopolitical stakes also here that we need to be aware of. So China's ambitions, for instance, China's made no secret its desire to lead the world in AI by 2030. They're investing billions in AI research and development. While AI promises tremendous economic growth for China, it also raises global concerns. China's use of AI for mass surveillance, including its social credit system, shows the darker side of AI. Where it can be used to control and monitor citizens, this raises significant concerns about privacy, freedom, and human rights. Russia's assertions. Russia is also aggressively pursuing AI, both for civilian and military purposes. President Putin has made it clear that Russia sees AI as a tool for dominance, stating that whoever leads in AI will rule the world. Russia's investment in AI-driven technologies, including deepfakes and misinformation campaigns, pose a threat to global stability, showing how AI can be weaponized to undermine democracies and manipulate public opinion. This underscores the importance of ethical guidelines and responsible development. AI can be an incredible tool for good, but if misused, it can also become a tool for control and dominance. By staying informed and vigilant, we can work toward an international framework that ensures AI is used for the benefit of all humanity, not just geopolitical gains. And I didn't mean to scare you guys with that slide. The role of procurement is so critical in this. So the unique role of procurement professionals is you're the one building, you're not building these AI systems, but as a procurement professional, you play a crucial role in ensuring these technologies are successfully integrated in government missions. Your decisions determine how effectively AI is delivered and used to support critical government operations. And you're not just acquiring AI tools, you're enabling government agencies to meet missions in more innovative, efficient, and impactful ways. Whether it's helping FEMA coordinate disaster response or assisting the Department of Health in improving public health, your expertise is essential to making sure these technologies are applied where they're needed most. Beyond implementation, procurement professionals must ensure that AI is used responsibly. This means selecting vendors who prioritize ethics, ensuring compliance with laws and regulations, and making sure AI systems are transparent, unbiased, and secure. AI literacy for procurement professionals. So informed decision making is one of the first things you look at. AI literacy is critical for making informed procurement decisions. You need to be able to assess which AI tools will best meet your organization's needs and evaluate vendors' technical capabilities. Without a solid understanding of AI, you risk investing in technologies that may not deliver on their promise or may even create new problems. Strategic alignment. AI projects need to align with broader organizational goals. Procurement professionals must ensure that AI systems being implemented support mission-critical objectives. This means setting clear, measurable goals and ensuring these projects deliver a strong return on investment. Effective project management. AI literacy also enhances your ability to manage AI projects more effectively. From planning and execution to monitoring and refinement, understanding AI allows you to anticipate challenges, mitigate risks, and ensure projects are completed on time and within budget. So navigating the AI adoption dilemma. So there's this valley of death that a lot of times when you're introducing new technologies into and trying to bring them along, this is one of the hardest areas to get across. And it's where you have a prototype that shows promise but struggles to transition from the research window to widespread application due to regulatory, funding, and scalability challenges. Procurement professionals play a critical role in overcoming these obstacles by ensuring smooth integration and sustained use within agencies. You also got to look at balancing the risk and reward. The AI adoption dilemma lies in balancing the benefits of AI, such as improved efficiency in decision making, against the risks, including privacy concerns, security vulnerabilities, and potential job displacement. As a procurement professional, you're on the front line of this decision-making process, helping organizations navigate these complexities. Despite the challenges, rapid AI adoption is essential. History has shown those slow to adopt new technologies pay a steep price, whether through inefficiency, higher costs, or less global competitiveness. Your role is to help government agencies move quickly, overcoming fear and bureaucratic inertia. All right. The cost of inaction, operational efficiencies. Failing to adopt AI can lead to inefficiencies across government operations. Whether it's slower response time in disaster relief or outdated processes in healthcare, the cost of inaction is high. Delayed service. Without AI, government agencies risk being unable to meet critical needs in a timely manner. This lag can result in delayed services, which could have real consequences for citizens relying on government support. And lastly, global competitiveness. In an increasingly AI-driven world, falling behind on AI adoption can impact national competitiveness, both economically and militarily. Governments that fail to keep up risk losing ground to those that embrace AI's potential. I know some of these are being repeated. I'm trying to make sure we do it 5 to 7 times. Overcoming AI resistance, a call to action. So embrace innovation. As procurement professionals, you are in a unique position to champion AI within your organization. Challenge the status quo and advocate for innovative solutions that can solve some of the toughest problems in government. Lead with expertise. Your expertise in procurement is critical for guiding agencies through the complexities of AI procurement. By leveraging your knowledge, you can help agencies make informed decisions and avoid common pitfalls. Lastly, shape the future. The decisions you make today will shape how AI is integrated into your government's mission in the future. By embracing AI and driving its adoption responsibly, you're ensuring that the government remains at the forefront of technological innovation. With that, I'm going to play a little video clip that we have here that ASI Education.
Consider this your debriefing. Do not respond to this email.
Hey Mitch, you got a second? I want to introduce you to an employee we just bought.
Don't you mean hired?
Hey, why don't you come on in here, P39? You know, Mitch, we call him P39 because we used FAR Part 39 first.
Okay. Hello?
We brought him to help you out around here. You know, pick up the slack with all the filing and taskers.
But I do those things.
Right, well, I know that, Mitch, but he's here to help you with all those things. So maybe you can just spend a few minutes and show him what you do around here. All right, well, I'm going to let you two get to know each other.
Well, what kind of stuff do you do?
I can do many things. You can do the tasks that I cannot do. What kind of things do you do?
I do a lot of filing, paperwork.
Yes, I can do those things.
I follow checklists, I fill in templates, I cut and paste from old documents to new, I send emails.
Yes. Yes.
I like to ignore people.
I'm very good at that.
You can't be as good as I am. Oh, that's good. Okay, well, what can't you do?
I do not have an understanding or investment in the overall mission.
Yeah, me neither.
I also have the capacity to build business relationships with companies or foster a role as a trusted business advisor for the customer.
Trusted what?
Well, I'm also not advanced enough to engage in critical thinking and creative problem solving. I mainly automate menial
Critical
tasks.
thinking. Is there a checklist for that?
Well, okay, it sounds like government procurement is a robust job. You may want to start packing your things. Actually, no, I'll pack your things for you since I can do that as well.
I better start changing the way I work around here or the robots are going to take my job away.
So that's a little bit of it that we created, and it's a longer video. This was a clip of it. It's out there on YouTube under ASI Education. But what we wanted to highlight is the strength of this technology. It's really meant to help replace some of those mundane tasks and really help you focus on those higher level activities. Really spend the time where you should be spending your time. And so I'm going to share an example of I'm going to share an example of our IRS customer who, back in 2019, they held a challenge to help clean up their FPSNG data. So they knew they had error rates in their data fields. They had over 50 data fields that are being reported to within a system called the Federal Procurement Data System, FPDS. And through an audit, they realized, man, a lot of these data fields have errors in them. We're reporting bad data. And so they put out a challenge. I call it the survivor of government contracting approach. It was 4 phases, and so there was 34 companies that bid on the work. 5 were selected for the first phase. And you either made it through the phase or you didn't. So if you didn't make it through the next phase, you were no longer supporting them. So in each phase, you had to show a return on investment and you had to show progress in helping them automate their solution. And so fortunately, we were the last company standing, so we made it and are continuing to support them today. But what we learned from that process is whenever you're implementing technology like this, you have to collaborate together. So it was government and us, in this case industry, working closely together to make sure that we're building a solution that works for them. And there was a tremendous change management piece of this that often gets overlooked when implementing new technology. And that's one of the things we see actually when these things aren't successful. It's because people haven't brought in the right stakeholders, they haven't had the buy-in, they haven't done those things that are critical when implementing new tools. So what started out with was help us, so they had about 33 data elements that they were inputting manually. So reading contracts, reading source documents, and took them about an hour, this is a person's job, reading all these things and then fat fingering that data into the FPDS NG system. So not a very fun job or not work that I think people want to be doing, but it's work that was necessary. And unfortunately, because what the IRS found, because it was another responsibility that was added to the list of responsibilities that people have, when the person was entering that data, they didn't frankly care that it was 100% correct, because guess what? They have all these other things they have to work on, and that was the lowest thing on their priority. So what ended up happening is when we first started working with them, we had our subject matter experts work with the government counterparts to map out the process, look at where are those documents that have the correct data, whether it's the contract file, whether it's a system. In some cases, it was a system outside of the government system. For instance, zip code, it was the U.S. Postal Service. You had to go out and get that information. And the congressional district, all of these things that were being reported, we helped to map out that process with the IRS. And then we ended up showing them the process together. And this is an example of some of the systems, the U.S. Postal Service and Dun & Bradstreet, that we had to interface with and build API calls with. And we helped to automate that data cleanup. So as a result, their next audit, they had a 97% success rate in the data that was being reported. So it was a tremendous impact. But most of all, what I saw that was really neat was the initial fear of like, this thing is going to take my job. Like, there was a lot of pushback in some of the meetings with some individuals. Not everyone was on board. But as they saw the goodness of it and what it took off their plates, they were like, oh, this is great. Can we look at this use case? And can we look at this use case? So some of the other use cases that we developed together, the next one was contract modifications. So when COVID happened, they had to create all these contract modifications to account for COVID, to whether, again, place of performance, protective equipment, all of that stuff, that there was a COVID clause that needed to be incorporated into all their contracts. They came to us and they're like, can you guys, I know you guys have the ability to automate the cleanup of the data. Can you also automate creating these contract mods? And so we worked with them to map out the process again. So this is one of the process maps that we built. They gave us an Excel spreadsheet that showed all the contracts that needed to get a contract modification. We then paired that up with data in their systems in FPDS, as well as data within their procurement system to create the contract mod. Then, because in this instance this was a bilateral mod, which meant that both the contracting officer as well as the vendor had to sign off on that modification. So what happened is it took the mod, if it was a bilateral mod, it knew to email it, because there were other mods that were just unilateral that we created, but it knew to email it to the vendor. So we created an email address for this solution. It emailed the modification to the vendor. It then tracked vendor response. And if the vendor signed it, it put it in a folder for the contracting officer to see. This was signed and it's ready for them to sign. We always advocate for a human in the loop, right? You're looking and you're reviewing at what is being completed. So it ended up again, tracking the email correspondence. Once it was signed, the contracting officer received an alert saying, hey, you have a signed modification. It was sitting there in a folder. They would sign it, and all they had to do was put it in another folder. The tool then picked up that modification and emailed the executed mod to the vendor. It then went into the contract writing system to file the mod in the appropriate location. So the time savings just from, again, tracking down vendors, sending emails, where the responses, all of that stuff, it was tremendous. It was a tremendous savings of time. In fact, as you'll see later on, they saved over years of labor, manual labor by their own account, because of just implementing some of these solutions. Lastly, we created a contract search term. So whenever they got requests for, hey, I need to know what are the contracts that are related to COVID and the spend on those contracts, or what contracts are associated with IT buys or certain things, that was a manual process. Someone had to go in and look at all these contracts and figure out, okay, where are those contracts so we can now answer the mail on what's being requested of us. So we built a solution, again, utilizing the same technology, both AI and RPA, that was able to search based on the terms that they asked, all their documents. So we created a library of contract documents. Everything, basically all contracts in excess of $1 million were ingested into the system, and they could query it. Now, again, $1 million was a threshold for the IRS. It could be whatever threshold you want, but the ability to ingest the documents, and because we built models that can read these documents, both structured and unstructured data, it can now you can ask it questions of your documents. Really, you can query the documents to say, okay, give me all the documents that have this requirement in it, or that are related to this. And it would then show, okay, here are all your contracts that meet that criteria. It's a tremendously powerful tool, and one that reporting up to the leadership has been saved them a tremendous amount of time as well. The awesome thing about all of these solutions is we didn't ask them to rip or replace their existing systems. It's hard to change your systems, right? So it really worked with where there were API calls and we can use those, that's great. If there weren't API calls, we were able to, just like you would manually log into these systems, we were able to write the script that would do that for you. So like basically become, this is using RPA, but use a bot that would log in, pull the data that you were looking for, and then put it into these models, right? So that way, if there aren't existing API calls, you can still use this technology. So, and that was critical because in the IRS's case, they were using some antiquated systems that didn't have any API calls. So it's like, how do you build a solution that doesn't ask someone to rip and replace everything that they've been doing? So that was tremendous. With that, I have a little video here of just a small demo of some of the aspects of the solution.
Are you exhausted from managing endless digital contract forms like SF30s and SF1449s? Overwhelmed by repetitive administrative tasks? Need to automate your file management systems? Spending hours just trying to find the information you need? Introducing our cutting-edge intelligent procurement solutions designed to streamline contract management and document handling, saving time, boosting productivity, and accelerating the federal procurement process. Intelligent document processing. Our intelligent document processing solution eliminates the hassle of extracting data from unstructured files. Harnessing advanced AI and machine learning, it transforms complex PDFs and images into accessible, structured data available instantly at your fingertips. This enables procurement teams to quickly gather essential information with improved accuracy, ensuring compliance and efficiency. By automating the process, IDP drastically reduces manual effort, freeing up valuable time and resources for more strategic tasks. Say goodbye to manual data extraction. Experience accurate, reliable information exactly when you need it. Mass Modification Solution. Automate your contract modifications with our Mass Modification Solution. From creating SF30 forms to handling vendor correspondence and document filing, everything is managed in a single, efficient process. It supports multiple modifications simultaneously, allowing procurement teams to efficiently handle mass changes without getting bogged down by administrative tasks. Less paperwork, more focus on what truly matters. Contract Term Search Tool. Imagine searching for specific contract terms and finding exactly what you need in seconds. Simply provide keywords, and the tool automates the search, identifies relevant contract documents, and organizes them accordingly. This provides procurement professionals with immediate access to relevant contractual details, empowering teams to make well-informed strategic decisions quickly and manage risks effectively. Contract Upload Solution. Let our Folders Management Contract Upload Solution handle the tedious task of retrieval and uploading of finalized documents to the correct locations within the contract management system. No redundancy, no errors, just organized and efficient document management. Content generation. Need content generated swiftly and securely? Our content generation solution leverages generative AI with open source models to help you create documents and reports in no time, enhancing productivity while keeping your data secure. Our solutions empower federal procurement teams to work smarter, not harder. By automating repetitive tasks and ensuring data accuracy, we free your team to focus on what truly matters, making informed decisions and driving impactful results. Simplify, automate, succeed.
There we go. So a little bit about those solutions. That last one is one that we've started rolling out within the IRS. But again, that is the beauty of this. I always say start small. Don't try to do something really big. Start with something really small. Just show that the goodness of that and show that it's working, and then grow from there, because that is a tremendous way to get buy-in across the board. Is if you can show that, like, look, wow, we started with the small thing that was, and there's always those things in your office that are like, ah, man, I wish I didn't have to do that, or, like, so I always say start small, find that thing that, like, this is easy, it's very little risk, no one likes doing it, and try to tackle that first, and again, you'll see the return on investment, you'll see the goodness of doing that work, and you'll continue to work, I think, when you see the goodness of it, to find other things where, and you can automate and help to take off people's plates. So again, the Data Act, as I mentioned, 97% success rate in terms of went from 50% error rates to 97% success rate. The contract mass modification, so it did start with, the first modification was actually a modification called Section 889 that was needed to be put in all the contracts. That was a unilateral modification. It would have taken them, they had about 1,466 contract actions that they needed to create, and it would have taken them 2 years to do, and we did it in 3 days. I actually got a call from the customer. They're like, we want to nominate you for Small Business of the Year with Department of Treasury. And I was like, I love this call, And fortunately, we won because of the power of that solution. So it was really neat to see that. And then again, we did the COVID clause modifications and tremendous time savings there. We did about 1,200 modifications in the span of 3 hours. So it's just a tremendous impact when done right. Again, start small, get the buy-in, show that it works within your organization. And then the intelligent filing management system. With that, again, embracing AI, promoting responsible use and adoption, and fostering collaboration through this technology, and really helping to harness the power of this technology. You guys are at the forefront, really, within procurement to bring these tools and capabilities within your office and within the government. So, and I spoke really fast, so I know I have time here. If there's any questions or anything that anyone has, please let me know. Or we can do more. Is it AI? Any questions at all? All right. Well, please see me if you have any questions, all right? Thank you all.